down, or at the very least burn a few summoner spells that forces her to play more reserve, and as a result, concedes more lane pressure. So Team One clearly have a strategy in mind. By locking in the Galio, they have the ability to roam both bot and top in the assumption that it's in the middle lane. But we do know that that champion has often gone in the top lane for the majority of this tournament.
So there's a few bans here that I want to talk through. Because we're seeing jungle bans coming out from Fenerbahce, I think that Jarvan is probably in the jungle. Because we see a Lucian ban from Team One, I think that Galio is probably in the mid lane because Lucian is such a common counter pick for it. I wonder if we'll see Thorgrin bringing out his Maokai once again up towards that top lane.
You would expect so. I think that they've got plenty of damage with the Xayah, the Corki, and along with the Jarvan in terms of the early game, where he'll transition into a bit more of a tank later. Just round things out now with a big beefy front line to make sure that you have some kind of follow-up from the engage of the Rakan, unless, of course, that pick gets taken away from you in advance. But it does give 1907 Fenerbahce the ability to counter-pick now. Things like the Cho'Gath is still available, Gnar is also another option that Thorgrin could go for.
And Thorgrin is so confident on so many different champions. Team One will lock the Rek'Sai as their jungler for Forlan, an aggressive early jungler. We want to see a little bit more aggression from him in this game. He wasn't really able to take those early kills as we expected from him in game one.
Very concerned about the damage from Team One Esports right now, though, because yes, you've got this amazing ability to dive onto the backline. You can engage with the Rek'Sai, you then have the follow-up from the Maokai, and you have the additional CC and damage reduction from a Galio too. So much engaged power comes from this comp from Team One, and around the mid-game, level 6 to level 11 is where this composition is really strong, especially with the Varus. But in the late game, this composition is really going to lack that damage. And when you compare that to a Corki, a Xayah, both scale incredibly well into the late game, along with the fact that Cho'Gath is one of the few tanks that, thanks to his ultimate, can really chunk out other tanks as well.
In the past, here he goes, burrowing in, looking for the root as well as Vert lands it onto Thorgrin, the flash away, but the follow-up flash, and once again, Thorgrin might be the first blood target for Team One.
Ooh, Forlan with the laugh spam as well. The thing about this jungler is, as you rightly said before, he is that early catalyst. He's the guy that likes to get those early frags, get the early kills, especially if he can to onto the top laner. And you can see here that the focus really needs to be on Thorgrin. The fact that he flashed very early on was a bit of a mistake. And right there, look at that laugh span coming out from Forlan. This guy is a big momentum individual. He loves the hype. He loves rolling off early advantages. And if he can, he loves to taunt his opposition.
And you can see Thorgrin has learned a little bit as well, because last time he teleported straight back into lane and got caught out once again. This time he is still getting forced away by Forlan. And that's quite a lot of damage onto the Cho'Gath. Forlan does need to be careful because Crash is on his way, has the Blast Cone. As Crash continues to push up, Blast Cone into the knockup. Forlan, of course, no flash. We'll have to try and get away, but the silence comes out from the Feral Scream. Trying to get to that first burrow and then looking for the second one. Goes into one. Vert's on his way. The second burrow away. The flash in by Crash, but a great knockback! That is how you do it, Team One!
Fantastic. Even see the Rage Blade come out from him this game. We'll have to see, keep track of it as the game progresses. But Forlan, he has caught out Japone.
Chain of Corruption comes out as well. They're trying to lock him down before he can jump away with the quickness, and they will take him out. Team One coming in. Here's the hero's entrance onto Forlan. Brulsa has joined the fight. The teleport's joining as well. Thorgrin is in that front line as the rest of Team One push forward through the 1907 Fenerbahce team. That's going to be a dead Cho'Gath. That Blade of the Marine King is doing work. Brusa gets taken off towards the side, but here come the kittens. They're on a chase. They want a taste of Frozen. He's going to use the cleanse, but immediately caught up. And Team One continue to advance, continue to push, and continue to get kills against 1907 Fenerbahce.
This is the best scenario for Team One. They want to be fighting at this point in the game. Vert, he comes in with the teleport. We talked about how he can be one of the big carries for his team, and his impact in that fight was phenomenal when you combine the confidence that Forlan showed in that exchange. He was not afraid to go for that 1 versus 3. He was not afraid to go straight into the thick of the opposition because he knew he had Brusa on his back. He knew that Vert would be ready and waiting, but now Vert has been caught out.
And he's dead.
He is indeed dead. That is a 1 squished up Yordle. So Fenerbahce, 1907 Fenerbahce rather, investing a lot of vision into the top side of the map. And now 1907 Fenerbahce are worried about that top tier 2 tower, so they're trying to answer.
Forlan engaging onto Japone here, trying to get the quickness out as well. Knock up into the double knock up. He does escape, but here comes the Void Rush for the kill, and they'll get the second knock up. They're just diving Vedius, and Team One secured 2. Tholdrin will finally nom down on a bit of Zersai as the Queen falls for Forlan.
But what confidence coming out from Forlan. He immediately sees the opportunity and goes for it. Japone and Padden trying to make their way up to the top lane to defend that tier 2, but they take a risky path. They end up getting collapsed upon. Bruiser is there with the damage reduction, and now we might see another fight in the jungle.
Crash looking for that blue buff. We are going to see Bruiser and Frozen fight up towards the top side. There is a Valkyrie. Crash gets locked up, taunted down by the Shield of Durand. He's going to get to a Blast Cone. Will use it, but Vert's already flashed the wall, and now actually Vert is on the wrong side of this. He will take down Crash and escape. The tree is too tanky.
Defend this top tier 1. We're going to have a look back at how this fight came about. And again, this is the confidence that I was talking about. Forlan immediately onto Japone. They know they can win this 2 versus 2. Good interrupt there from Bruiser, and then the immediate follow-up from Redbird. Then they go, you know what, we can dive. It doesn't matter. Padden, he doesn't have his ultimate left up. I'm a Rek'Sai. I've gone for an early Tiamat and an early Phage. I have plenty of damage. And they're able to get themselves a double kill down onto the bottom lane of 1907 Fenerbahce. So really great stuff from Team One Esports this time around. Now Team One Esports, they've made their way towards the mid. They're going for the engage.
Engage with the charm. Here's the hero's entrance as Absolute jumps out of the back, but Frozen dives all the way in with that Valkyrie. Crash has already crashed and burned in this fight as Forlan looks to go aggressive. They need to be cautious because Frozen is on the backside of this, and he's got a lot of damage on that Corki. The lockdown onto Vert. Japone knocked up another kill. A great double taunt with the shield. Tholdrin in that front line. He's already got one. Bruiser killed. Vert jumps in. Still Frozen off towards the side. Tholdrin will fall. It's a double for Absolute. Team One keep going. They keep pushing forward. They cannot quite get the final 2 members, but Team One take the fight, and they're looking. Forlan dives in, says goodbye, and Team One are not done. Fenerbahce scattered to the winds as Absolute chases down Padden, but Padden can't do it. Team One get the ace.
Team One get the fantastic team fight finally going in their favor. We've criticized this team so much for their inability to fight, but right there, they demonstrate that they can bring it to 9. Right now, 1907 Fenerbahce are realizing, oh no, we don't actually have enough to kill the Varus, and he's just going to keep picking up kills.
Yeah, Tholdrin caught out polymorphed, and he's not going to be able to escape from Team One. 13 kills to 5. Now a 4,000 gold lead has been extended. A 6,000 gold Baron power play of a Baron they did not deserve to get. They should never have been able to secure that Baron, but great vision control, and Team One need to be respectful of what Fenerbahce can do, but they don't care at the moment as they jump onto Frozen. They get the flank, but Japone now caught out. Here's the hero's entrance. Absolute still alive. That's a dead Rakan. He gets melted, and now Team One will turn their eyes towards the Baron.
Beautiful pick from Team One. Forlan using that confidence once again, gaining control over the top side of 1907 Fenerbahce's jungle, waiting for the pick, using the Tremor Sense to catch that carry out of position. And now 1907 Fenerbahce, they want to try and steal the Baron. I don't know if Crash can get there in time.
Flashes in, he does not get it. Forlan secures, and he can spam laugh all he wants because he is laughing all the way to the bank. The root lands onto Tholdrin as 1907 and Fenerbahce are running for the hills. Redbird will get the root. There's the double for Forlan. 17 to kills to 5. Team One are looking dominant.
They have the Baron. They have 5 members versus 5 members. The deficit is so big. 1907, they're going for the engage.
Japone tries to get the charm in, but knocked back. There's the Mercurial Scimitar as well, used from Absolute, and he is able to open up the big guns on the back of this fight. Absolute is legendary, as I'm sure are Team One in this game. They get the 1 kill, and now they can look for a little bit more. Absolute pushing forward, knocked up, but what can Fenerbahce do in the face of so much hate coming out from Absolute? He is demolishing them, and he is looking for those Nexus towers.
Team One looking so convincing in game 2 off the back of Absolute and the whole team working together. They're going to get the game back, and they're going for another fight.
A final engage from 1907 Fenerbahce, but Bruiser does not care. He steps forward, the Valkyrie comes out, that's the package use. We are going to see Forlan fall, but he's got the GA to come back. Absolute actually called out towards the back. He has the flash. Frozen still doing a lot of work, but the Nexus Tower's a dive. But still, Absolute is just pounding away on this backline. He will kill Tholdrin. He will kill Japone. Padden jumps in and will perhaps be able to hold this one for the time being. Bruiser comes up with a mighty triple at the end. Padden with a triple of his own, but Padden has to turn back and stop these minions from winning the game for Team One.
So Patton actually keeps the game alive for the time being.
But does have the hero's entrance to join up if needed. Doldrin's now the one to try and re-engage onto Vert, gets the Bell Scream off, the knockup does not connect, the secondary one does. There's the wild growth, but already Vert is low. Here's the hero's entrance as well, trying to keep him alive. Japone down now, it's a 4v5 in favor of Team One. Look at Absolute, it's a double, he's looking for even more, gets the triple onto Doldrin as they continue to push forward. And now Frozen and Patton have to do something incredibly good. Patton manages to take out Redbird down towards the bottom side, but I think Team One just want to go for the Nexus. Frozen's still there, Absolute will go low. Frozen just needs to land an empowered Sheen block. Patton comes off towards the back of it. Absolute gets some damage down on towards the Nexus. There gets the kill on towards Frozen, and now Patton forced off towards the bottom of the fight. This will be the win, this will be the Nexus for Team One, and they equalize the series 1-1.
This time round, Absolute, he doesn't give away his life. He keeps the momentum going. You can see the excitement on Forlan's face as well, as sighs of relief come out from the members of Team One Esports. It's going to equalize the series, Medic.
And a lot of people were saying 1907 Fenerbahce were firm favorites coming